Today we are gonna do another question, which is a length of a rod is exactly 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter. A observer a observer records reading as 1.0 centimeter, 1.00 centimeter, and 1.000 centimeter. Now the question is, which measurement which measurement is most precise and most accurate? So we have to talk about the accuracy and the precision. So according to this question, the true value or the true length is actually 1 centimeter, right? The true value or the true length is 1 centimeter, and the recorded values. So let's write this in another page. And the recorded values or lengths, the recorded lengths were 1.0 centimeter, 1.00 centimeter, and 1.000 centimeter. So in the first case, there are two significant figures. In the second case, there are three significant figures. And finally, in the fourth case, there are four significant figures, since zeros behind the decimal point also count in when counting significant figures. So now, let's talk about both the points, which is precision and accuracy. So first of all, let's talk about precision. So when we're talking about precision, which one is most precise, it depends. So it depends. So precision depends on how finely the measurement is reported. So precision also refers to how closely compacted are the values to each other, which means to be more compact in some. For example, think about something that has a higher least count. Suppose their least count is 1 and another that has a least count of 0.1. So this is the least count. Then suppose the values you get. Suppose you got 1, you got 2, you got 1 again. But here, suppose you got 1.0, you got 1.5, and you got 1.1. So right over here, this is more precise. That's why having a finely reported measurement has a much better precision. This is why. Because look at this. This one would be recorded as 1 if the least count was this. This would be recorded as this, and this would be recorded as this, where this has a lot less precision than this one. That's why the finer your least count or the smaller your least count, the greater precision that you're going to have. So now, since we talked about this, now let's see the reported values. So here, the reported values is 1.0 centimeter. So 1.0 centimeter, 1.00 centimeter, and 1.000 centimeter. So let's look at all of them. So the first one is nearest 0.1 centimeter. So it's just talking. So when we're talking about the nearest, we're talking about the least count. And the second one. So in the second one, it is nearest, or the least count is 0.01 centimeter, whereas in the third case, the nearest is 0.001 centimeter. Right? I think this is pretty clear. So the smaller the uncertainty, the higher will be the precision, which means the highest precision is with the one that has the least count, so the smallest least count. So which has the smallest least count? This has the smallest least count, right? Which means, so 1.000 centimeter is the most precise, is the most precise. So precise, um, because it shows the smallest uncertainty, which is plus minus 0.01, sorry, 0.001 centimeter. So let's move this a little bit up so that I can write it much more clearly, or I could show it much more clearly. So let's move this right over here and let's enlarge it a little bit. So we talked about the precision. Now let's talk about the accuracy. So when talking about the accuracy, we must remember the definition of accuracy, because accuracy refers to comparing the observed value with the true value. In this case, true value is 1. And in all the case, so look right over here, this is also 1 centimeter, this is also 1 centimeter, this is also 1 centimeter, right? Since the zeros don't matter right now, it's behind the decimal point as well. So it's 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, and the actual measured value is also 1 centimeter, which means they all are equally accurate. So all are equally accurate because they exactly match the true value, which is 1 centimeter. So that's why we talked about, when we talked about accuracy and precision, we said that they are different terms. Even though they might be quite related, when they are talked about, they are related, but they are different terms. So now let's write the conclusion. So the conclusion is, let's talk about the most precise. So the most precise one is gonna be 1.000 centimeter, whereas the most accurate is gonna be all three. So all three, THREE, all three, or you can write it as 1.0 centimeter, 1.00 centimeter, and 1.000 centimeter. So with this, we are gonna end today's video. In the next video, we are gonna do another question. Till then, bye bye.